Okay, Pat, back at you. Before we get into building the salads, I want to share with you a tool that used to be available that Google had that we all loved, but it doesn't exist anymore. And not quite sure why, but it was a perfect silo structured tool. It was called the Wonder Wheel. And the Wonder Wheel, when we went into it, would put our keyword in, and it would automatically go fetch the related keywords that it suggests at the bottom of the page and give us a wheel like this, which we could then click on one of the related keywords searches that it said, and it would take us to another level. And from there, it would take us to another level, and you could drill down and drill down until you really couldn't find any more searches anymore. Okay? So the way that that is actually working today is you still do it. There's no question about still doing it, but you have to do it in a longhand fashion. What do I mean by that is, you can type anything that you want, weight loss, and it's going to give you the search results. But as the Wonder Wheel gave you the information handily, now you have to go down and look and see what is Google suggesting is the best related phrases or keywords to weight loss. And these are currently the related keywords from a silo structure that says weight loss, how to lose weight, weight loss, weight loss supplements, weight loss, weight loss programs. So you can see, that this structure is designed, from a silo perspective, not necessarily, from Google Suggest, may or may not be. That's what it's suggesting, not what Google thinks is relevant at the time. In terms of its structure. Now you can take that for what it's worth, but this Wonder Wheel was wonderful. And so what we have done now is we've taken this idea and this concept that's been dormant for a while, and we've recreated it in terms of keyword research and website building. So I'm going to go and show you now. I've got to get back to where I need to be, so give me 1 second. So in this case, I want to make a site about diabetic meals, diabetic diets, diabetic meal plans, and so forth. So I'm going to go in here before I set my silo up and look up what is Google suggesting. Okay, so Google suggests, diabetic diets. So let's click on that. And I'm going to make a site, based on diabetic diet that is 100% recommended by Google. What do I mean by that? Well, we're going to look down here. We're going to look at the various results, search-related results that Google is suggesting that are relevant to our topic. Okay, so we're going to go back over to our site and we're going to type in, the keyword diabetic diet. That's what we're going to be searching for, and that's going to be the silo that we're going to try to create here, based upon what? Based upon what Google is telling us our site should look like if it is perfectly siloed to the extent that it recreates the searches and the related searches that Google is suggesting to us. So we're going to do this very simply. I'm only going to create an 8-level silo. Now what that means is I'm going to take a look at the keyword that we're putting in diabetic. We're going to go search the first keyword or second keyword and drill this down to the Wonder Wheel 8 levels. We're not going to look at all of these at the moment. They're all going to show up, okay, because there's 8 of them. And then what we're going to do is choose one, and we're going to make a silo, created from this. So let's take a look, and we're going to go ahead and generate the silo just by clicking the button. It doesn't usually take too long. Refreshes the page, because you got to remember, this is not only are we doing the research, but we're also going to build a perfect website with a push of a button when we're done. So we have all of our main pages. We have all of the text that we're going to put into, our pages that we're going to be building. Here's the text for our categories. From SEO purposes, we can put a proxy in here, and I would suggest it if you're going to be doing a lot of building. But so let's take a look at our silo that was built. 1,200 calorie diabetic diet. Then we've got diabetic recipes. Now let's take a look. Right? 1,200 calorie diabetic diet, diabetic recipes. See how perfect this is? This comes over and says diabetic meal plans, and this is diabetic meal, I can't get it right now, but diabetic meal plans, diabetic menu. perfect. Okay? Diabetic diet guidelines, diabetic recipes. Okay? Once again, boom. You see that perfectly created a one level, 8 search related results silo exactly on what Google is telling us that this site should be designed after. How ridiculous is this? The perfect keyword research, building the perfect website.